Hello. Today we will start at seated position. Cross your legs, place your hands onto your knees, lengthen throughout the spine, and close the eyes. It's a time to tune inward, listening to your breath. Let the breathing to fill your lungs, to lift you. And don't breathe out, empty the belly. Breathe in expansiveness, relaxation. Breathe out shrinking in the front belly. Hug the back of the belly in towards the spine. And let all the movements you make today to be in service of breath, for sake of breathing. Open your eyes. Place the right hand onto your left shoulder and anchor it down and back. And let your right ear to drop towards the right shoulder. Close your eyes once again. Notice the nice stretching at the left side of your neck. And if you like to play with lines, in the stretching, start to move your head front and backward, front and to the back. Open your eyes, look forward. Place the left hand onto the right shoulder, anchor it down and back, and drop the left ear close to the left shoulder. Eyes can be closed. Picture all those muscles at the right side of your neck that are getting longer, more spacious. Maybe rock the head from front to back. Find a new angle, open your eyes and come back to the center. Let's start to make big circles with the shoulders up and down. Up, all the tensions goes towards the ears, and down, you drop the tensions. Breathe in, roll it upward. Breathe out all the way down. Use the elbows right now, lift the forearms, spread the elbows and take on, breathe out, arms down. Cross the forearms, elbows up, breathe in, spread across the chest. And for a last time, breathe in up and breathe out, elbows down. Use the full arms right now. Breathing up, breathe out, down. Breathe in, fingers to the sky. Breathe out, roll the arms backward and downward. Last time. And then send the arms up, bend the elbows. Let's make a cactus arms. Pull the lower ribs inward towards the spine and the back of the belly to the spine. And let's start to pulsate the movements of the elbows backward and gently forward. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hands behind the head. Look upward, point your chest upward. And then breathe out, tuck the chin towards the chest. Send the elbows forward. Feel that your head is heavy and send lots of space, lots of breath to the back of the neck. Let's add rocking from side to side here. So move your head to the right, rock your head to the left. Always discovering some new angles to stretch, new places to surrender. Look forward, climb up, point the elbows backward for a last time, lift your heart. And then spread the arms to the side, roll the hands behind your back, switch the crossing of the legs for opposite. And here, let's send the right arm to the right side. Start to make circles with your right hand, warming up the right wrist. Reverse the circle. Send the right arm up, bend the right elbow, and help yourself with left hand to pull this elbow more backward. First option, keep the elbow the same level as your right shoulder, or if you are quite flexible in the shoulders, then you can even try to pull the elbow behind your head and gently lift the chin up. Feel the stretch moving from the right triceps all the way down through the ribs. And then let's release the arm, make 3 giant circles backward. Let's switch sides, left arm to the left. Start to make rolling movements with the left wrist. Reverse the circle. And then send the arm up, bend the elbow, and help yourself with right hand to pull this elbow more backward. If you like, place the elbow behind your head, lift the chin up, and just breathe into the places where you feel opening. Come back to the center, 3 giant circles with left arm. And then release. Let's join the knees together. Take the legs behind your glutes and step to all fours. Here we will tuck 10 toes under. You can pivot the hands a little bit to the outside, not too much, because we will try to push the glutes as much as we can towards the heels, hips to heels. Feel the stretch going from wrist to upper arms. Relax your head between the arms. And be conscious of your breath. And then gently climb back up to all fours. You can pivot your fingers forward. Take a look to the left side. Rock the hips to the left side. Contract the left side body in order to open the right side body. Then as you breathe out, hug the belly button in, empty the belly. Cat pose. Then swing the hips to the right, look over the right shoulder, and with breathing open to the cow pose. We will do the same circle of movement, only with fluidity right now. Breathe out to the left and cat, breathe into the right and cow pose. One more, that direction. And then come back to neutral spine, and let's reverse the circle to the other side. Look to the right, cat pose, look to the left, and open, arch the body, cow. To the right, empty the belly, to the left, lift the head, chest, and the last time. And then finish with tabletop position, spread the knees wide apart, place your hips on your heels, lengthen the arms forward, and move to the child pose. Trying to stay active here by walking the fingertips forward, lengthening the sides of the body, sides of the ribs. Let the breath to circulate all around in every piece of you. Climb up, slide the hands up towards the upper thighs, roll the elbows backward, head up. Breathe out, hands to the knees, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe in, get open, free the front body, spaciousness. Breathe out, shrink forward, head down. Last time, breathe in to open, let your chest to point forward, and this time on breathe out, slide the hands forward, parallel your knees, hip distance apart, and the extended puppy pose. If it's possible, keep the forearms parallel. And if it's not comfortable for you to keep your chin on the ground, then switch to cheek or your forehead. Keep the chest heavy to melt it lower and lower down to the earth. Slowly start to climb back up. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and breathe out, move to downward facing dog. You can make it the most dynamic, the most moving downward facing dog you take today, softening each knee at the time. Press down through the hands, but then start to walk the hands towards the feet just halfway there. And when you are in this kind of shorter downward dog, release your head down between the arms, magnetizing your heart towards your knees, armpits towards the shin bones. Then slide the hands to the shin bones, halfway lift, take a look forward, breathe out Uttanasana, forward fold, hold your elbows here, and start to sway rightward, leftward. Make this movement full of pleasure. Free your neck. Ecstatic sway from side to side. Then once again, hands onto the shin bones. Point your heart forward. Breathe out, hands to the ground, and step your feet mat distance apart, pointing the toes to the outside. Let's walk the fingers forward as you round the spine. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Let there be lots of space at the back of your spine. Lots of space between each bone. Take a look forward, send the hands behind you and sit. Here we will lengthen the legs, but keep the feet hip distance apart. Interlace the fingers, point the hands upward, stay here. Feel the lengthening in the upper body, rooting down in the lower body, and on breathe out, slowly start to dive, keep flat spine. Finally release the grip of the hands and hold your big toes. If you need, of course, bend your knees and let your head to go down. Keep breathing here, possibly being aware of as many breath-ins and breath-outs as you can be. And then slowly take a look forward, climb up. Bend both knees. We are preparing for Purvottanasana, the modified option. Hands behind the back, point the fingers forward. Now lift the hips, send the head backward, and let's make a lifting movement through the hips 5 times. Up and down, this pulsating movement. Strong arms. And on breathe out, send the hips down to the ground. Bend the right knee, place the right hand behind the right thigh, and gently roll onto the right knee. Lengthen the left arm across the temple. Stay long, but then take this left arm behind your back. Place it wherever it makes sense for you to grip. It can be the hips or the right thigh. Roll your chest open to the sky. You can even drift your head backward. Then come back down, sit, and we will switch legs. So straight the right leg, bend the left knee, send the left hand behind the left thigh, roll onto the left knee. At first belong on the right side body. But then take the right hand behind the back, maybe even touching the left thigh, and try to roll your heart open to the sky, drifting the head backward. Openness in the front body. Then climb down, come back to the seated position. Knees are bent. Send the hands from the inside of the leg, but gripping with the fingers the outside of the feet. And let's make a happy baby pose, only the seated option. If you feel quite stretchy in the legs, of course you can straighten the legs to the outside, but this is only option, so choose the one that works for you. Try to roll a little bit forward onto the top of the sitting bones. Keep your spine flat. Then bend the knees. Cross the legs in front of you, roll through the legs back to downward facing dog. Feel the breath from toes to crown. The breath lives everywhere. Then lift the right leg up for three-legged dog. Breathe out, pull the right knee towards your nose, round the spine like a cat shape. Breathe in, elongate the right leg once again, three-legged dog. And breathe out, step the right foot forward, right between your hands, ground the back heel down, lengthen the left arm forward, and then circle the left arm to warrior two. Let's make tiny circles with the arms backward. Those are tiny circles, but quite energetic ones. Feel the arms burning. And then send the left hand onto the left thigh, right arm across the ear line, peaceful warrior. Point the chest to the sky, hug the belly in. And on breathe out, place the right forearm onto the right thigh. Or if you rather to place the right hand on the ground, of course you can. Send the left arm up and then send it across the ear line over your head. Lengthen the left side body from left heel all the way to the left fingers. Pull the back of the belly inward to the spine. Then place the left hand down on the ground. First option, if you are tired, settle the left knee down on the ground. Second option, keep the knee lifted and twist to the right side. If you like, you can even send the right arm behind your back and walk either to halfway side plank pose or full way side plank pose. And let's hold it for a moment. Hips high, strong left arm, and then roll down plank pose. Breathe out, place the knees down. Let's do modified chaturanga. So you keep elbows and shoulders on the same line, lowering down. Stay here for a moment. Notice the work in the arms, biceps, then roll all the way down. On breathing cobra, your favorite one, just love to stretch your neck. Maybe even move your head from side to side and start to also move your shoulders in the circles. Make it feels like freedom, luxurious movement. Breathe out, take a head down, and then roll onto the knees. And with next breathe out, find the downward facing dog. Find drishti. Take the left leg up for three-legged dog. Breathe out, roll the left knee towards your nose, round the spine. Breathe in, left leg up. And breathe out, step the left foot forward, right between your hands, a giant step. Send the right arm forward, then circle it to warrior two. And let's start to make those energetic, tiny circles backward, activating the arms. Keep your legs in lunge, don't cheat. And then peaceful warrior. Free the lungs with giant breath. Hug the back of the belly in. Core activation. And then send it to Parsvakonasana. You can do it in modified weight Way left forearm on the left thigh, or if you like to touch the ground with the left hand, of course you can. Lengthen the tailbone towards the right heel. Keep rolling your chest open to the sky, maybe even look upward. And then place the right hand down on the ground. Take the left arm up, twist. If you need, of course, place the right knee down, or wrap the left arm around your back, stay here, or halfway side plank pose, roll onto the pinky toe edge side in the right foot, or full side plank pose. And then slowly roll down, plank pose, maybe this time full chaturanga. Notice how much work you need to do to keep the elbows on one line with the shoulders, strong belly, and then slowly lower it down. This time interlace the fingers behind your back and roll to this half locust position, chest lifted, legs on the ground. Actively push your hands backward, shoulder blades together, chest is open, maximum lift as high as you can, and then release it down. Press yourself to the O4s, but now we will go for dolphin pose instead of downward facing dog. So keep the forearms parallel, spread the fingers wide. Watch out not to connect the hands together, keep them apart, shoulders distance apart, and then lift the hips. So it looks like downward facing dog, only we are on the forearms. Make space for your head, so the head is not touching the ground. By pushing the elbows down, you try to lift your head away from the mat. Spread across the upper back, spread the shoulder girdle, belly in, and then gently take the knees down. We will have a little rest in the child pose. Forehead to the ground. Direct the arms backward. And let the shoulders to be loose, relaxed. Then take a look forward, hands forward. Come back to downward facing dog. Let's make it a shorter downward facing dog like we did before, but this time place the right hand onto the outside of the left ankle. Try to really press down through the left hand so that the left side body is long. As you twist to the left side, come back to the center, press down the right hand, left hand is grabbing the outer side of the right ankle, and twist yourself to the right. Come back to the center, and then walk your hands towards your feet. Bend the knees, take a chair pose, free the chest forward, arm bones backward. Then take the hands behind you, straight the legs, interlace the fingers, once again bend the knees, but this time push the hands downward, free your chest, roll the shoulders backward, and as you breathe out, place the belly onto your thighs, drift the head down, and keep your arms together with the fingers interlaced. Place the fingers down on the ground, step the feet apart to the outer edges of the mat, come back to Malasana, and let's twist here a little bit. So left arm onto the left side, in front of the left shin bone, right arm to the sky, and if you like to bound the arms behind the back, of course you can, but it's optional. You can always keep the arms spread. Let's do the same to the other side. Right arm in front of the right knee, right shin, spread the arms, or choose to connect the hands together your way. Always choose the way that feels like freedom for you, luxurious option for your body. And then once again, hands behind the butt, and we sit. Let's make final stretches. Cross your legs, send the right arm forward, and then to the left side. Hug this arm in towards your chest, helping yourself with left elbow, and then head down. You can use the left fingers to tuck the chin towards the chest even more. Keep lifting your sternum up towards the right arm. Pull the right arm in. And then let's release. Send the right arm to the right. Free it, take it backward. Now send the left arm forward and rightward. Hug this arm in with left elbow. Hug wherever it makes sense for you to hug. It can be in the upper arm, in the forearm, and then tuck the chin to the chest. Send the breath to the back of the left shoulder. Then come back to the center, free the left arm, some intuitive movement. And then we will finish in the seated position. Bow your chin towards your fingers. If you have a little bit of time for Shavasana, don't skip this part and use this Shavasana moment to really check what's going on inside you. See you next time on the mat. Namaste.